Dolphins.
I should probably sign a head boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my low house drill. All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And here we go from Miami. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Yeah.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. May off the play fake. Cut out left. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's a New England 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First down now, ball at the 33. Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. They haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Now they send their back in motion right. Here's May on 1st and 10. It's complete. Kyle Williams. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the red zone now.
Yes,
it's in the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest. But, man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting the quarterback in the rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Here comes Malik Washington. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense take over. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Now he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check smash, check smash. Let go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And hit along the sideline there. Pickup of 9. So 2nd and 1 upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result.
Yeah, man. How many niggas did you know? That's my question. How many niggas did you know?
If you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
I'm just saying, yeah. That's a lot of niggas you knew.
Comes 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Willis. Complete right side to Washington. He goes out a little short of the 40. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
1st down from the 42.
Come on.
Running with Achane here out of the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Hold the ready.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Go. 7 Pirates. Go.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. Completed over the middle. He'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Third and just 2 to go.
Ready? 70. Ready?
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's Cox. He's got Washington. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
We're back for the 2nd quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score. Throwing on 1st down. Willis. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. All right, so we're already into the 2nd quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 33.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Here's May to the air. He'll get it complete to Travion Henderson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle room. You call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. First down, May. Moore finds his running back, Henderson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. All set to go now from the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Crazy.
To the air on 1st down, May. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's May. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Dante Trader with the pick. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Red. Liking 18.
They go play action. Here's Willis. Bails out of the pocket quick. He just throws this one away. Now, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and
Nigga
10.
said he don't want no smoke.
Let's go.
There's A-Chain up the middle. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is
Yes, they don't call all
dangerous
those.
to take it to the house.
1st down from the 42.
18 Cardinal.
Staying on the ground here with A-Chain. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
A quick throw completed out to the left. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Got 79 Brock. Brock all 80. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. And the shotgun, they'll give it to A-Chain. Room into the secondary. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I mean, OKC gets away with a lot, so they get away with a lot of fouls that they don't call, and they call a lot of fouls on the other side.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached
What's
our
up?
2-minute warning.
What's up?
More from Hard Rock Stadium after this.
What's up?
On the jump.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Now, if
Get it. 18. Go.
H.N. Takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get some late points and the lead.
so if they call a fair game, the Lakers can beat them.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7.
Patriots 7.
Out to kick it away.
Not even that, because honestly, if you look at OKC's games, they don't call foul. I don't think I've ever seen an OKC player get fouled out. They don't call fouls on their players, and they go to the free throw line more than any team in the NBA.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd and 10. Here's May. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
That was almost a nice
I don't think it was that crazy. I don't think it's that crazy.
to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And this is a
Yeah.
field. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was searching for Kyle Williams that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
May trying to get here on 2nd. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. Touchdown, New England! The Patriots earn the chance to tie before halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Washington now to return. Moves away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26
Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start the drive with Achan. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Here's Willis to the air. That's caught. Devon Achan. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
New set of downs from 37. Here's Willis. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 60 by 6, 60, 19 tight, 19 tight. 79, cup 19, cup 19.
To throw, here's Willis. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. Gain of 26 yards there. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60.
Willis to throw it. Coming in the goal line. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins take the lead just before halftime. Gonzalez now for
But that's been the Lakers' biggest problem for the past few years is their role players don't be stepping up.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime.
Hey, what's up? 5. Crazy. Yeah, you're here, Trio.
May on 1st and 10. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Hey, what's up? Crazy.
Here's May on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this defense finally set enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
May now from the gun. He's looking deep once again. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
He's back to throw. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. There's 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Now it's Andres Borregales to try the Patriots field goal. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by A-Chain. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. He picks up 28 on the play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. And you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Working from the gun, it's Willis. Complete, it's out round. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
It's A-Chan on the inside give. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. He's fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Willis now, 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it. Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
To return this, Marcus Jones.
I think they can. The Cavs, I mean, they have a chance.
What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
Their own 26-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. On the gun, it's May.
Shit, I got sixes. I got sixes making a deep run.
And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, and you got to take advantage of that opportunity, defense just did.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Big strike here to Williams. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position on hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and toned this drive.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And you also got to remember that. You also got to remember that them boys came back from a 3-1 deficit too.
And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Now May on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Here's Achan. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 23-yard line.
Okay, break.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go. Ready.
And stick with Achan. This is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be 1st down, Miami.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
60. Crowd throw 80. Trap 50. Trap 50.
Gun snap now to Willis. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Come on. Come on. Set.
Now they'll hand it off to Achan. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They gain 11 on that play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
Oh, yeah.
Set of downs from 37.
19 Lions. Go.
The play fake now. Willis to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a man right side. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Oh, yeah.
Cougar 19.
A run now with a chance. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on the ball.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play in first and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Pirates. 18 card Warriors 70.
Ball's caught. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
Ready. Dragons 70 tip. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. They did it. He made the interception. That is Marcus Jones. And the Patriots have some new life in the 4th. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Here's made in the air. Dumps it off to his running back. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Dose of the hurry up here. Gun snap. They'll throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up and just couldn't quite find the connection.
He'll throw it. Has him running the comeback. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Going play action, May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's May. Risky throw. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I think they were going to be grateful just to get the ball back, but now look at where they're getting it, Kate. This is already inside field goal range. I promise you this, they're going to be disappointed if they don't get at least 3 points off that takeaway.
First down now, ball at the 33. First carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins leading by 7. They'll Come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Achane to the right. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
Deputy! Cougar 19!
Trying to run it in, Achane. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Dolphins go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here, 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so set.
And that's no good. I don't know if the snap and hold were clean, and he is not able to knock it through.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. May now. Escapes the pocket. Catches May down the right sideline. And he has this down to the 34. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. First down, May. Going all the way to the end zone here. Somebody there, and he knocks it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that 1st down. So back to the drawing board, they go for 2nd. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
May trying again here on 2nd. Trying to push deep downfield. Near the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down to the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing again. It's May. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Here's May again. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. All right, so defensively, you've seen 2 throws now, and you turn both of them away. It seems fairly likely you'll have another one coming up here on 3rd and goal.
It does, and I think defensively, now you've really got to protect against the QB extending the play. Right after a couple incompletions, Kate, you know as a quarterback, if it's not there right away, I better be creative to try to find 6.
Defense looking for a stop. Extra DB out on 3rd and goal. Now to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Nearly an interception on that play. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Crazy.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
I think every analytics book out there, Kane, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Go! Steady!
Here's a handoff for A-Chain. And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.
If you didn't know, they be better than us. One hand on his queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wanted me. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause a side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. And mother fellas, they been seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven on earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Oh, but a gon' be. You know what, girl, do it better. She see it all, even if it's big or small. Do you know where your girl is? But she not at home with ya. Cause the last time I checked, she in Vegas. And Summer Lee with baller, she flagrant. Once a good girl is gone, she gone forever, more forever. And now she dog